Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you guys my Laval Quasar deck profile for April 2016. It's been a real long time since I've done this deck, but it used to be one of my favorites back in the day, and the combo you can get off to make Quasar is pretty cool. Much harder to get it off now with Rekindling being to 1, but I thought I'd still bring you guys an update to the deck, so let's go ahead and get started. Start off, for the Laval base of the engine, I run 3 Cannoneer. Basically, its effect is up to twice per turn, you can send 1 fire monster from your hand to the graveyard to inflict 500 damage to your opponent. It seems kind of like an underwhelming card, but you mostly use it for the Molten Conduction Field play, which I'll get to later on because I am going to show you how to do the not the OTK, but the Quasar play as well. I also run 3 Handmaiden, very crucial to the play as well. Basically, her effect is when it's sent to the graveyard, if you have another Laval monster in your graveyard, you can send a Laval monster from your deck to the graveyard. So basically, to set up the play, you need to send Cannoneer to the graveyard, and then Handmaiden. Handmaiden's effect will activate, sending another Handmaiden, and so on. And then the last card you send with Handmaiden is another Cannoneer. So you have all 5 in the graveyard. That's the best setup that you want to get. And we'll get to more of that later on. I also play 3 Lakey Lady. Basically, her effect is if it's in your graveyard and you have 3 or more Laval monsters with different names in your graveyard, you can banish this card and 1 other Laval monster from your graveyard to target 1 set card your opponent controls and destroy that target. So if you have her, Handmaiden, and Cannoneer in your graveyard, that's a pop effect right there, just having 3 different ones. So it sets up to get rid of pesky back row, and any of your banished Lavals can easily be brought back, and I'll show you how with Laval Cannon. Run 3 of this. When this card is normal or flip summon, you can target 1 of your banished Laval monsters, special summon that target. And Handmaiden and Lakey Lady are both tuners, so it calls for level 5 Synchro or level 7, whatever you need, just for the 1 card play. And I also run 1 Laval Miller. Basically, it's a monster when it's flipped. Actually, when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, wrong card I was thinking of. Send 2 Laval monsters from your deck to the graveyard. So that can get you the 5 card mill play that I was talking about just by that, if you open up this card and set it. It's really good. And I also run 2 Boost Warrior. He's also pretty important for the Quasar play. If you control a tuner monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in face-up defense position, and all warriors you control gain 300 attack. He's the extra requirement for the formula play in the deck, because you're short 1 monster with the 5 Laval monsters. And I also run 3 Swift Scarecrow, basically for the stall game. You got some draw power in this deck, but if you just need that 1 more turn push, this can really, hold off. Some people like Battle Fader. Don't really like Battle Fader as much because it clogs up your Rekindling play to special summon them all back. So Swift Scarecrow, just so you can keep your field open. And I also run 2 Effect Veiler, pretty much just for, staple, and 2 Maxi for additional draw power. And that is it for the monster count. We'll move on to spells. I run 3 of the Molten Conduction Field. The effect is send 2 Laval monsters from your deck to the graveyard. Pretty standard. It thins your deck out. You don't want to draw any of your Laval monsters, so getting these first is really important. And your main card play is 1 Rekindling. We only have 1, sadly, at the moment. So I also play 1 Soul Charge. It's a much bigger cost than Rekindling. Rekindling is pretty much no cost at all. But, same play as long as you got the life points to use it. And I also run 1 Foolish Burial just for additional sends. 1 Rhoda, so you can get your Turbo booster back to your hand. Or Turbo Warrior, Boost Warrior, my bad. And I also run 3 Pot of Duality. This card helps just with the setup. I know it cuts off your special summon play, but you still, want to get the right cards at the one time, and you run plenty of stall in the deck so you can hold off until you need, the proper things in hand. 2 Twin Twister. I really like this card with the Lavals, especially if you draw them, send them to the graveyard, get the Twin Twister pop, then, set up your grave with the proper Laval monsters. And 1 Regeki. And then for traps, I run 3 Flame Veil Counter. It's a very low trap count in this deck, but these cards help. You remove from play 1 fire monster in your graveyard with 200 defense to negate the activation of a spell or trap card and destroy it. You run plenty of fire monsters with 200 defense. I think Cannon is the only exception. Everything else is 200 defense, so really easy to manipulate this card in the deck. And also 2 Threatening Roar, just as 2 final stall cards. If you want to run 2 Battle Fader instead, not to have to rely too trap heavy, that's fine too. And basically, if you want to run strike in the deck, take out a counter, obviously. But strike has like a high, point cost, which is why I don't run warning in the deck, because I want to save my, life points in case I do need to use soul charge. And then for the extra deck, I run 2 Laval Dragoon. Basically, the Bryonic for Lavals, you can return up to 2 Laval monsters from your graveyard to your deck to select one card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. So recycle your Laval monsters. Is kind of okay. I mean, you don't want to, draw them later on, so hopefully you have a conduction field to send them back. But, you have a ton in the graveyard, you can really manipulate his effect, especially since it's not a once per turn. And I also run 1 Dual Slasher. I like him because you can rekindle him back to the field, so if you need to make him early game, then you draw rekindling, you can special summon him and still have all your other options for a smaller synchro play. And 1 Stenin, mostly just a power card for the Laval base. And then for the Quasar, cards, 2 Formula Synchron. If I get 1 for draw power, I want another one later on in case it gets destroyed. And 1 Librarian helps a lot, especially when you make him first, then go for your other synchro plays. Along with 1 Samsara as well, just for the additional level 5 monster. Shooting Quasar Dragon, obviously for the Quasar play, and then the 1 Shooting Star, so you can, in case you lose your Quasar, because that's basically what the whole play in this deck is. And 1 Armades, 1 Trishula, 1 Black Rose, 1 Goyo, and 1 Balmung, just for a variety of different level monsters. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.